You know, you never know what you're going to find when you start demo one spring morning. I'm joined by Rush from Absolute Waterproofing. And Rush, we're into the demo here, and we've uncovered a lot of things that we found in the original construction. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about why this deck failed?
Well, one of the main reasons this deck failed, it was done with rolled roofing. Rolled roofing is not an acceptable waterproofing for a walk deck. One reason is you walk on rolled roofing and you're gonna puncture holes in it. You can't put furniture on it. It's basically a roof that you walk on.
Yeah, I mean, and those are things that we need to make sure that doing a lot of contracting work, we find that a lot on areas where people say they have decks, but they really don't. It's just been like converted, maybe let's put some railing up and walk outside, and they'll put a door in from their bedroom and they think their deck is fine, and it's not really, because the structure of it doesn't warrant the weight that you're going to be able to do it if you have a lot of people on the deck.
Exactly, it can get quite dangerous. So, most roofs are framed with 2 foot on center. We're lucky that this one was done 16 on center. 16-inch on center is standard for a walk deck. 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood, glued and screwed, is standard for a walk deck. Most roofs are 1/2 inch plywood, 2 foot on center.
Now, our viewers should understand that this deck is an extreme case of a deck gone bad. A lot of times when the deck material starts to wear, if it's taken care of right away, if you have a urethane deck, it could be easily repaired, correct?
Oh yeah, that's definitely correct. Most of the decks that we do, we may find 1 or 2 soft spots in it. We can cut out the soft spots, reframe underneath so that we have support, replace the plywood, patch that in, and recoat the whole deck. You'll never even notice that it's been done.
Right, and it's like we always say, you know, if you wait to do a repair, you're going to pay me later, and it's going to be a lot more than if you do the repair. So when you see things start to go bad, it's always good to make sure that you be proactive. Go take care of that problem right now, get it done in a timely manner. Just don't forget about it and think it's going to go away, because as you saw in the original interview that we did, where we showed exactly where there were bad spots in the rolled roofing and where the water penetration had gone in, and we can see by some of the pictures now that the material is off, we could see where the plywood is actually had deteriorated and where it was even getting worse.
Yeah, actually, there's a couple of spots where it was actually dangerous, where somebody could have fallen all the way through the drywall.
You know, and that's definitely not a good thing. Now, tell us about the urethane process. Once we go back and this is completely resheeted, how does that process work?
Well, basically, first thing we would do is we would come in and put new flashing around the entire perimeter. What we do is we'll grind all the joints down so that when we 3-course the joints, they don't end up as a bump on the deck that would hold water prior, or they wouldn't be attractive. Then we would apply the base coat. Once that cures, we put a second base coat, then a texture coat, and then a top coat with an aliphatic polyurethane. Aliphatic polyurethane has a lot of solvent in it, and what it does is it actually melts into the texture coat. You can't wear it off. You want to put your weight set up here, go ahead.
That's great. So basically now, once it's all completed and it's ready to go, what's the lifetime expectancy?
Well, we put a 5-year, but if the carpentry is done correctly, which it always is whenever we're doing it, the deck can last up to 20 years.
And that's great. I mean, obviously it'll be something good to be able to wear well. And again, some people want to get these things done, but then they take shortcuts. If you take shortcuts, it's like throwing good money after bad, because if you get it done, it may look good now, but again, will it last that long? Probably not. So it's better to make sure that you spend the money to get it done right the first time, and with yourself. I mean, you and I we've done deck projects together for many years now that they get done right.
Oh yeah, definitely, every single time.
Every single time. You know, we got here about 7:15 this morning, and Ty, our framer, has had the crew out here demoing. We should be done with demo probably about 12. Let's go talk to him and see what step 2 is going to look like and how long that's going to take.
Okay.
Hey Micro, eat your heart out. We get dirty out here. We find everything from rabbits, snakes, birds, everything hidden under these roofs and woods where they crawl up in here. But let's talk about step 2 and what we do to get this going. We demo everything out here. We tear up all the old wood, all the old roofing is cut off, tore down. We lay down new plywood, we glue it, screw it all down, and wait for the roofing or the new roof to come back in.
Okay, it's time to start talking about step 3. How long does a homeowner have to wait now that once the deck is completely framed, ready to go for the urethane deck? How much time is going to pass before they can start using and enjoying it?
Well, it takes us 4 trips. Basically, we'll come in, we'll do all the flashing, the prep work, the base coat, everything in one day. This time of year usually takes a couple of days to dry. After that dries, we'll come in 3 days consecutive after that. So you're looking at anywhere from Monday to Friday. They're walking on it on Saturday.
Okay. Now,
so 5 days maximum.
Is this something that is going to take less time down the road, for instance, if we did it in July?
Yes, yes. The material will dry overnight in July. And we could be here 4 days in a row. You're walking it on a Saturday.
So once the last coat is dry and you put it down.
Say if I put the deck down on Thursday, then you're walking on it on Saturday. We like to give it a couple of days on the top coat just to make sure it's fully cured before you start putting furniture and stuff like that on it.
That's fabulous. So you think the homeowners could plan their party probably maybe 2 weeks from today?
Definitely.
Okay. And if you have a need for your deck, no matter how big or how small, how can they contact you?
They can contact Absolute Waterproofing at 623-322-2531, or you can contact us on our email at awaterproofing@quest, QWEST, office.net.
Or you can contact Ty or Rush or any of our All-Pro panelists at 1-800-ASK-A-PRO. That's 1-800-275-2776 or 1-800-ASKAPRO.tv.